Hi, Joe Bonnier from FastPitchPower.com. In this week's video, I'm going to share with you a core exercise that I use with all of my clients that has special benefits for softball pitchers. It challenges core, balance, and posture in a very pitching-specific way. For adults, for coaches and parents who are looking to install an additional core exercise into your own workout, this is a great option. It challenges the muscles on the outside of our core, our obliques. It's space efficient, it's back friendly, you're not going to be doing any sit-ups or crunches or twisting into uncomfortable positions. And probably most importantly, it adds that component of balance training, which isn't just important for athletes, it becomes more important as we get older to train and maintain. The exercise is an asymmetrical hold or carry. All right, so I'm going to be holding a heavy implement, a dumbbell or kettlebell, and I emphasize that it has to be heavy enough to challenge your posture during the exercise, during my demonstration. So I'm going to begin with a 50-pound dumbbell here. The first progression, the first variation of this exercise is simply a hold. With my feet close together and my hand behind my head, I'm just going to hold this position for time, just like an upright plank. Just in this position, chin pulled back, standing nice and tall. The weight is trying to pull me, over to my side. I'm using all the muscles in my lateral core here to maintain an upright position, and hopefully for softball people you begin to see the softball benefits or the softball implications of this exercise, especially pitchers who have a hard time maintaining or resisting against forward motion toward home plate and against gravity. We're strengthening a team of muscles on the backside of our body that are going to help maintain that vertical position, resisting against that force, again, toward home plate and toward the earth. All right, that's what the dumbbell is replicating somewhat in this exercise. All right, but what I like to do is make this a little bit more challenging, and as you'll see, hopefully, it becomes a little bit more softball specific. The next variation of this exercise is beyond just holding. Right? So that is challenging, and again, on camera here, it doesn't look that difficult, but if that dumbbell's heavy enough, it's a challenge to maintain an upright position. Your core is going to be on fire, 15, 20, 25 seconds, I promise. The next variation is to carry this thing across the gym. You're going to imagine walking on a tightrope. I want one foot in front of the other, hand behind your head, and I'm only putting it there so you can't have it out here for balance. And you can put it against your hip, but I like it behind the head. All right, I think athletes feel a lot more in their core. One foot in front of the other on a tightrope across the gym. Eyes up all the way, 20, 25 yards. If you have a shorter gym, intervals of 10 yards. Try to have this thing in your hands for 20 to 30 seconds. Before I go any further, you want to make sure that you do both sides. Even if one way is more pitching specific for athletes, make sure you do both sides to ensure structural balance across your skeleton. So we started with the hold. We moved to the one dumbbell carry. Now we're going to move sideways, and I think you'll really begin to see how this becomes pitching specific. So instead of walking forwards, my next progression is to simply walk to my side and recover specifically, intentionally, slowly. Stay on one leg, bring your feet together. Stay on one leg, bring your feet together. The weight is trying to pull me over and forward. I'm having to use two sets of muscles. Important to mention my core and the muscle on the inside of my front hip to maintain a good upright position and not lose control. Third variation will be a lateral walk into a single leg balance and recover. Lateral walk and a single leg balance. This will be the most difficult variation. Okay, you can do 8 to 10 steps to your left, 8 to 10 steps to your right. Okay, I suggest doing 2 to 3 sets of this exercise. So if you're going to start with the dumbbell or kettlebell hold, you want to hold the kettlebell for 20 to 30 seconds, 3 times in each side. Again, making sure to do both sides. If you're going to walk with it, okay, depending on how long of a facility you can walk, 15 to 20 yards, 2 to 3 times each side. Again, this dumbbell or kettlebell should be heavy enough to challenge posture, not too heavy as it causes you to lose its grip before you finish the exercise. With sideways walking, I would say 8 to 10 steps, which is going to be about 8 to 10 yards sideways one way, 8 to 10 steps back. And the same goes for a sideways step or a lateral step into a single leg balance. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. I think it's going to be maybe a new exercise for a lot of athletes. An exercise for parents you can use at your gym. I know this is an area that a lot of adults want to target, okay, while avoiding kind of insulting exercises that are insulting to the lower back. If you have any questions or comments, you can post below the video, or go to Fast Pitch Power and post your comments or questions there as well. Thanks for watching.